going to keep this video relatively brief because I had a bit to drink and I'm also waiting on a few other things before I go to sleep. So hello there. How are you? I'm good. I got to go to the House of God's Tower. It's a tower that was one of the last surviving elements of the Tower for Southampton. It's relatively interesting in that it gave me some interesting insights into how these kind of walls worked. There were some observations I could make about what seemed like previous floors that used to be here, including some notes about how exactly cannons were installed into the into walls like this. There's a there was a thing called a keyhole battery hole. Basically, kind of like an inverted keyhole you might see today, but upside down, obviously. However, there was an interesting other thing going on. There was an art exhibition going on, and it brought up some interesting things. Basically, it was talking about neoliberalism and how it fails to, take on the challenges of climate. I mostly watched a video presentation about it rather than the actual art exhibit. And it basically is an art exhibition showing how the climate crisis and immigration crisis, how neoliberalism will just kind of technify effectively things. And it posited as a kind of a universe kind of immigration center where everything has like the veneer of positivity, and how it all seems how it all has this layer of good, but set in a kind of a universe. 2056, I believe it was called. It was cited. Southampton is partly submerged. You see all the ruins and all of that. There's a big immigration crisis, and it got me thinking about Blade Runner. It mentioned Blade Runner, and I was just like, you're doing this as a point, but in some regards, you're ironically making this actually a kind of fascinating post-apocalypse cyberpunk kind of thing going on. And maybe there's some commentary going on how the cyberpunk will not come about through techno-fascism or through some misguided form of communism or socialism, but will actually come about through the continuous logic of neoliberalism. Maybe that's the original intent behind things like Cyberpunk 2077 and Blade Runner, how they had some commentary about neoliberalism's failure to actually address any issues. But in the end, in the end, ended an interesting thought. Just an image of old ruins intermingled with the ruins of modern world. How you can imagine kind of people, immigrants, and locals trying to figure out how to survive a flooded Southampton. And it's all kind of fascinating. But beyond that, beyond the art exhibition, beyond God's House Tower, all of that, nothing more is particularly much to inform. But from this point on, tomorrow I'll be travelling to Spain. So, onwards to a tower, onwards to London, onwards to Spain, onwards to Galicia, and then onwards to Coruña, where my actual journey begins. I'll probably send a video or a short tomorrow. We'll see how it goes.